Welcome back to another segment of Open and Honest. Today we are talking about,
bam, the QueenV. Everything you need to know about sex, intimacy, and down there healthcare.
So is your book about sex? Because I know you probably, you know, seriously, you don't have a whole lot of sex. So how you going to tell me?
As to how you know that?
I mean, Jackie, I know you, baby.
Okay.
I'm just saying, let's get off of that. We're not even going to talk about it because
Right.
that's a fact. Okay, you're not having a whole lot of sex. So what is your book about? Is it about something you're not doing?
No, the book really is about everything a woman would probably want to ask her doctor and embarrassed to, or things that you didn't learn as a growing up young adult, and you're still doing stuff like putting soap in the vagina.
I put soap in my stuff, you know.
And that's why you need a copy of your book.
My stuff is
you need a
fine,
copy
though.
of my book.
I mean, it ain't nothing wrong.
Okay, soap can
I wash
alter.
it with a towel and some soap.
Yeah. Stop putting.
I've been
soap.
doing it 50 years, bitch. I am 49 years old. I've never had a problem, but then I don't wear underwear. Maybe that helps.
Tell us more.
I'm just saying. I would use
Oh,
soap.
you commando all the time.
I use soap.
Okay. Well, we want you to stop putting soap between your legs.
Soap is working for me.
Okay. No, we need to tell you something, Dr. Heavenly.
That's your other friend.
Yeah.
That's your other friend.
If you alter the pH of the vagina, you're more subjected to things like bacterial vaginosis, which can cause a fishy smell from the amines that are released from that bacteria. So we want to talk about those things.
And you said that my stuff smell like Cheetos.
If you eat it, that's a good point. The book also talks about how the vagina and the gastrointestinal tract are connected. Things you eat can come out through your vagina. Like there are some women who can't break down the oils in fish, and it gives them a fishy smell. And things that you do eat can make the vagina more pleasant. If you're going to practice oral sex, you can have sunflower seeds.
I practice that sometimes.
We do know.
That's why I eat Cheetos, because I eat what my man like.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Then when he go down there, he could just eat it, you know.
Okay. Well, we didn't get the Cheeto story in this version, but we will get it in other versions. So,
But do that make sense, though, to eat what your man like? Isn't that great advice?
yeah.
So if he like pineapples,
Eat you some
eat
pineapples.
pineapple so your stuff tastes like, does it
That's-
taste and smell like pineapple or just
It
taste?
can give you that nice sweet smell.
Might
Yes.
not be sweet, yeah.
Yes, but the book
I eat
is
a lot of candy,
the
too.
book is really good. I've broken the book up into vaginal personalities. You know how we have
Am I
personalities.
being too ignorant?
You are. And so we have what exactly is a vaginal personality, how I found my VP, a quiz so you can figure out your vaginal personality, questions about your vaginal personality. We go into how to protect the QueenV and why QueenV. You better look in that camera, Dr. Heavenly, and you let everybody know what the vagina can do for you.
The vagina is very powerful. I'm telling you, it has started wars, rumors of wars. It can trap a man. Tell me how I know that.
She been
I mean,
reading
it's
it,
just
girl.
something amazing, and it's very powerful. Sex is very powerful. It can end marriages, end damn treaties with the world. So you know it's powerful. So you want to protect that power that you have and make sure it's, you know what I mean? It's right.
And the first
And it's
paragraph,
healthy.
Heavenly, say, what's more powerful? What's powerful enough to make grown men cry? Pervasive enough to end a mythological
Make
war?
them come home early. Or make them
Yes.
stay out all night long.
Yes. What has more elasticity than most rubber bands and more forgiveness than Mother
And can
Teresa?
stretch out and deliver a whole 10-pound
Yes.
baby.
This breathtakingly beautiful thing I'm talking about can soothe the greatest pain and inspire the greatest pleasure.
Great.
She's been called by many names, but her proper name is the vagina.
Okay, but okay, suppose like, okay, you want to go in the anus. I mean, it's tight too, ain't it?
Well, we haven't written the Queen A. Okay, we're gonna stick with the QueenV.
Okay,
now
that's
we do share a little bit about anal sex in the book.
I've never done anal sex.
You haven't? No,
you?
no.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Now, how
Why
are you
not?
questioning my home life?
Because I know you
what I
lied,
do?
Jackie. I'm very open and honest, so I'll tell you the truth. Like,
But you
Jackie,
said you were jokey joke.
I am,
So
but I'm saying
a
if you
joke
ask
is a
me a
lie.
straight up question, no, my jokes be the truth. That's why people be mad.
Now we got to the bottom
No,
of
my
it.
jokes be the truth, but it's a joke. But I'm saying seriously, you've never done anal.
No.
Why?
Mm.
I just can't see it. I've really never been asked to do it. I think I would if somebody persisted and said, hey, I'm willing to try everything. That's the kind of adventurous person I am.
Okay.
I do a lot of things,
Heavenly.
Can I ask you a question?
You can.
Okay, suppose I remember part in your book you were talking about if somebody asked you to do something sexually that you didn't feel comfortable doing.
Right.
I feel like, and you tell me if I'm wrong, if you're married, right? You there to serve your man and vice versa, right? So whatever he asks, I need to be trying to do for him, right?
No. So if that's your personality
I'm
type.
just asking you, when you get married, you're supposed to, please each other.
Okay. But if you're not comfortable with it, because what if your husband said, Heavenly, I don't want to go to work anymore.
You being messy.
No.
You being messy. I'm not talking about no men on this show.
I'm not either, Heavenly. I'm just, okay, well, what if he said, Heavenly, I want 2 more babies? Okay, there you are. So you are lying when you say, I will do whatever my husband want to do to please him.
If my man wanted 2 more babies and I could get a surrogate, I would all day do that.
Okay, so
Another
you would
bitch can
find
have
a way.
baby. Yes.
Oh, okay.
If my man didn't want... not working, he would have to be... Even if he had millions upon, because I read in the Wikipedia or whatever online that he worth $70 million. Even if he was worth $70 million, if I'm going, he got to go. Even like my brother, when my brother was young, my mama didn't give him no key to the house, okay? When she went to work and he was a grown ass man, he had to leave the house, meaning at least looking. You know what I mean?
And stay gone all day?
And stay gone till she get back home. Don't that make sense to you?
Okay, then.
So when you say not working, I think men pray, protect, and provide, and a man that don't want to work ain't a man. Is that too far?
Yeah, you being messy.
No,
so let's go back to the QueenV.
That ain't messy. That's the truth. A man that don't want to work and got a family and some kids, that ain't no man.
So let's talk about another situation in the book,
Pray for
Heavenly.
me. Am I wrong?
You are being messy.
The people say I ain't wrong, Jackie. Only you saying that.
Okay, so menage a moi.
You talking about having sex by myself?
Yes.
I do that from time to time.
Okay.
It's okay.
Learning to love
And that's
yourself
healthy, right?
is the greatest love of all.
That's it. The greatest
There
love.
you
I
go.
ain't go Whitney. I know greatest love.
It's the absolute ultimate in self-care, unless you're doing yourself wrong.
Oh, well, I ain't gonna say that. I have some limits on the shit I'm gonna say.
Yes, please do. And so, receiving and giving oral sex, Dr. Heaven, we have topics about that. But again,
Do you do oral sex now? Because I know back in the day you said you had never, been done oral sex. But I'm saying after all that happened.
after that class you gave me?
No, all this happened
After
with
that
you. I
class?
thought that you would reconsider.
But after that class you gave me.
So,
Okay.
Jackie, can you elaborate a little bit more on the vaginal personalities? Because I know what my personality is.
Okay, so I think when you are talking about things that are intimate about yourself, you're talking about sex and down in healthcare, there's a certain personality type. And so there are multiple types. And one I mentioned was the Virgin Mary. The woman who has not had a lot or any exposure to sex, her vagina, she's afraid to talk about it or any of that. And then we have a sanctified snatch. Have you met the girl who says she's going to talk about it, where she whispers and she really won't talk about it out loud? She won't even say the word vagina. And she has some name for it, like my little pocketbook. That kind of lady who's very delicate about her vagina, but she's actively having sex.
They can be the freaks.
You think?
The ones that act like they can't talk about them, the ones be getting it in.
And then you have your run-of-the-mill Mary Jane. She goes to work. She's open, but she's a little quiet about it. But she'll share. If you get her in the right conversation, she can talk about it very intelligently.
When you said Mary Jane, I was thinking about Gabrielle Union, and she was a straight hoe on that movie. So the Mary Jane you talking about ain't really the Mary Jane. Like
but then
show.
You had just the Mary Jane girl. They even had a piece of candy named Mary Jane. Just the run of the mill every day. Huh?
Mary Jane. That's the
same age group you're in.
Yeah.
So, and then we have a coochie Everything in life scares her about her vagina. If the car's not running right, Heavenly, the vagina did it. If she has a head cold, she's going to come to the OBGYN if her tooth is hurting first.
Help us.
So that is the kind of personality that is afraid that everything in the world is associated with her vagina. And then we have the notorious VAG. Now that's who you pretend to be, and we know she's lying. Ain't nothing notorious VAG about you. You're not going to try all that stuff. You're not having all that sex that you're talking about. You're not putting all those cucumbers and things in your vagina that you joke about. But a notorious VAG...
I didn't say my vagina.
Well, whatever you're putting it in, you still aren't doing it. We know Dr. Heavenly is a bunch of talk. Now, I have a patient, Heavenly, that I talk about in the book. She considers herself as the general manager of her team. She has 5 partners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a basketball team. And she has one that she refers to as the captain of the team. He can have time with her anytime he wants to, anytime he's ready.
5 sexual partners.
Absolutely, yes. Now, she is corporate exec, well put together, but she just keeps 5 partners.
How does she get them all tested, like and stay tested? Because if she has 5, chances are they may have 5. So 5 times 5 is 25.
And we talk about that.
And somebody's going to have something that's going to give her something.
Well, she also has a team of subs, and she keeps 3 in reserve. So if one of the 5s can't be available, then she'll sub out one of the 3. Right. So it's like a basketball team. And she's the general manager of her team. I think that's a notorious VAG.
Do you think that's healthy?
Unhealthy. Very unhealthy. Now, I can say she comes in twice a year. She's tested. She gets checked. If she suspects that anything is wrong, she'll come to the doctor.
Does she use a condom?
She does with everybody but the captain of the team.
Okay, so her main dude, she doesn't use a condom.
Right.
Got it.
Right. And they all give her something different.
Did she take the prep?
I don't know if she's taking prep or not, but she's been tested and she's negative. But she will do different things with different, like one of the teammates is in Washington, D.C. Yes.
Okay.
One of the teammates will do what you and I do, professional. And so I'm just saying, she's very open and honest about her.
What we do? What do you and I
Physicians.
do? I'm not a physician.
What are you?
A dentist.
Okay. Well, a dentist. I mean, whatever you want to call it.
I'm a doctor. I'm just not a physician. You're a physician. I'm a dentist.
Okay.
We're clinicians.
And you need to sit on a couch and get your head checked. And so as we keep moving, so the book is just covering infidelity, what that feels like.
You could talk about that.
Absolutely, and I wrote about myself in the book. And we talk about what that feels like when you find out about it, the testing that you have to go through, how humiliating it is, and most importantly, how to heal from that. What do you need to do to get from that place of hurt and pain and embarrassment to a place?
Can I interject just a
You
little bit?
certainly can.
When you talk about infidelity, you never know. You know, I always say, I'm going to stay with my man. I love my man. I don't know what I would do. So that's interesting that,
That's what
you
this
don't
book,
know.
Absolutely. You don't know what you would do about a lot of things female until you're exposed to it. 'Cause can you imagine finding out you have herpes? Now, I don't want to know what it feels like, but I've seen it enough to understand.
And there's no cure. It just keep coming back. Didn't you call somebody herpes?
You can control herpes and keep it at bay because it's a virus, and you can take medications to kind of keep. You can if you need to.
For your lip too.
It's all the same virus, but different types. And so you're exactly right. The reason that this is so enlightening and uplifting and important, you made a great point. That's a great segue to say you don't really know what you would do. Can you imagine if you had found out Damon really was cheating on national TV? Can you imagine that feeling? You would have joked your way through it, and that's your personality
but then the
type.
house would have been burnt down.
Right.
You'd have read about it. But I wouldn't have done it on TV.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that's my point.
But I still probably would have been with him. We just wouldn't have nowhere to live. That's just dumb, ain't it?
Yeah.
But that's what people do, burn the fucking house
And people do that all the time.
You gotta let a man know you crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? So he don't just keep getting caught. He might keep doing it, but he ain't gonna keep getting caught if you burn the house down a couple of times. The insurance pay for it if I burn it down?
No, ma'am. You probably are going to jail.
Well, I mean, I would proudly go to jail.
Yeah. Okay. And they would have fun in the jail. Married to Medicine goes to prison.
Don't speak shit into existence, because I ain't the one that's gonna go. It's that bitch that don't never say nothing. They be real quiet. All the emotion and shit that I have, I get it out. You know what I'm saying? They be them crazy bitches that don't say nothing, you know, and end up going to jail by doing something crazy.
Okay, let me take you back to the book. What's the weirdest thing you think I've found in the vagina?
Well, you told me it was a bottle up in there. And
it was a glass vase. A glass vase. This couple was masturbating with a glass vase. It's a bud vase. And they, you know, in and out and in and out and in and out. And it created a suction inside the vagina on the vaginal wall. And so to make the story worse, they added like oils and waters and stuff trying to get it out. And it just created more of a suction.
You know what I'm thinking? Like when you went to get it and the glass broke and you cut your hand and they got HIV. That's what I'm thinking. Like I wouldn't want to go get it. That's all my thing.
And so what
Did you have to break the glass?
I didn't. Oh, you couldn't break the glass inside a vagina?
It's going to cut it up.
Yeah. So I had to find a male OB with a big enough hand, and we expanded it, and he was able to get there and break the suction. So the point of this book is...
Did you numb her up for that?
No. How we couldn't get to what needed numbing?
I mean, can you just get a long needle and go around the, you know what I mean? And infiltrate around?
You thinking dentistry.
I'm saying infiltrate around, it's still numbing. So when he put his big ass hand in my stuff, I ain't gonna feel it like, you know.
You have a glass vase in there, Dr. Heaven.
I know, but it's supposed to break. I don't want to feel the cuts.
Okay, but you felt the glass vase.
You didn't numb the baby up.
Okay, so
the glass felt good, actually. That's why I put it in there.
Other things, snippets, Snicker bars. If you're going to put a Snicker bar in your vagina, please use a king size.
What is he eating, a Snicker?
Yeah.
The king size gonna get, I mean, if it's a little
it's long enough,
Snicker.
Yeah, the little bite size.
That king size Snicker ain't big enough for mine. I don't know about yours.
What kind of vagina do you have? What is it? I mean, you know, the vagina's like an accordion.
Jackie, you're not making me feel comfortable talking about my stuff if you're going to do that.
Well, if you're sitting here saying a Snicker bar is not big enough. This is king size Snicker bar is like that long, Heaven. And I know you know because you eat a lot of Snicker bars.
Just don't call me fat, bitch, so we can talk about it.
I did not. You know I love you.
So no, okay. Fat bitch, okay.
Snicker bars. And then I saw a top. It was a FDS spray top, and the top had gotten in the vagina. I don't know how it got there.
They got it. They put it in there.
Okay, but they didn't get it out, and they couldn't get it out.
Have you seen, like, I've heard in the ER, you know, my husband saying that they have like tampons that's been in there for months and years. And
not months and years, not months and years. It's probably weeks.
No, they forgot it was in there a long time.
We talked about it. We talked about retained tampons.
And it's stinking. They just had this real bad smell. And they come in the ER when they hurting, and they say something wrong, and then he go and look, and it's a tampon. They pull it out, and it smell like death.
And you know what? That's a true statement, though, because you had sex, you've had another period, and this old decaying piece of cotton there, and you have to shut the room down when that happens. So retained tampons, we talk about that.
Okay, but don't the string be hanging out there?
No, because everything's gotten pushed back into, you know, the vagina's like a cul-de-sac back there. And so everything's gotten pushed in the back, and it's just stuck there. And we take out at least one a week.
That's That's why I don't really care for tampons too much. I'd rather just go and put on a nasty ass pad and just know.
I'm glad she brought that up. We talk about different ways, heavenly. This is going to mess you up. I don't. Listen to this. This is going to mess you up. They have things like
you didn't get that joke, did you?
DV cups that you just put this cup in here and it catches the blood while you're having a period, and then you take it out.
You ever tried that? A DV cup, you ever heard of that?
But it's out there. Now, this is going to mess you all up. There are people, mostly in bigger cities than right here,
it's a big city,
that have free bleeders. They don't believe in wearing nothing. In the book, Heavenly, it's all in the book.
I do that sometimes. A free bleeder. Like, okay, just put down a towel and have sex.
No. They don't wear anything anytime at all.
But wait a minute.
Day.
No, but I'm saying this stuff gonna come through your clothes.
Right. And they feel that they should be free with their menstrual.
So what, they just wear black or something?
And they sit on your couch.
They ain't sitting on my goddamn couch. Not my no couch, bitch. Don't you? I think you got something right there.
Yeah. No, it's in here. We talk about free bleeders. Yes. Yes. I mean, it's so much more than just sex in the book. Okay, here's a good topic. Read it.
Meeting a King P. QueenV and King P. Oh, that sounds good to
honey.
me.
You better know your King P's before he meets your QueenV.
You know what? But you know what? My stuff can stretch for it. It's just what you used to, because we dropping 10-pound babies. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you got, I could work with it. You know what I mean? Just now, wait a minute. I just can't go back to that little bitty shit you had, but I could stay with you.
Okay, the thing
and
I'm talking
that's
about,
why I'm always be with my man, because I'm stretched out.
There are some ladies though who have a hard time asking to look at the King P. When you meet, yes, you better check that thing out before you get to know.
Not me. not me. You ever seen a penis so big you just be like, I can't.
I haven't.
Yeah. I'm not finna do this. You ain't finna tear my body up.
Okay, so start with a mirror on the floor, but now it's time to talk about the rod in the room. So back in principle number 1, I laid out all the reasons you should grab a mirror and give your QueenV a once over. Now I'm asking you to take a long, hard look
shit, right? And she actually really trying to educate
at your man's naked King P.
She really trying to educate us. I can't even get the word.
Don't worry, I'll explain to you later. The reason for taking a peek at his King P are pretty much the same as the ones I've shared with you for looking at your QueenV.
Do people still have that foreskin? Because I know as a baby they get rid of it most of the time. But
now, you do know I do vaginas all day.
Right, but you deliver little boys. Do everybody get their foreskin taken off?
They do not.
So it's religious,
it's culture.
Right?
Yeah, different cultures that will decide that. But there are women who are not comfortable heavenly talking about their man's penis with them. Like let's say you were not married and you were still out there and you were a notorious VAG, and would you ask to look at his penis before you had sex with him?
You know what? This girl told me, not me. Yeah, I see, baby. He got a lot of foreskin. Listen, this girl had told me that one time she got with this guy, and you be in the dark. Sometimes when you hoeing. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see it because it's... Anyway, she felt like bumps and shit.
So she was following the rules.
No, she felt the bumps, but she was in the dark. So turn the light on so I can see the fuck what's going on before you touch me with that.
Absolutely.
And now you got, genital warts or some shit? And you can't see it. No, we need to look at it before we start.
She makes my point. That's exact. See, now
that's why she need me.
Yes, that is the other way of articulating what I'm trying to say. You need to touch it, feel it, do all the senses but taste until you've investigated. Don't taste it, because you can get genital warts in your throat. You can get herpes in your throat, gonorrhea, chlamydia in your throat.
I feel like something in my throat. That's why I'm always clearing my throat. I need to go get that shit.
You do.
I be swallowing and shit.
Yes. And so that you made my point, just in a different way. You need to look at it. Reasons, prevention, problem solving. You want to praise him.
Praise the penis?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
The penis.
Right. So take in the sense.
The penis is powerful too.
Yes,
y'all talk about the vagina being powerful. The penis will have you doing some stupid shit, won't it?
Yes, it will.
Ebony, you know what I'm talking about, right? You be buying shit for men and shit and dealing with all kind of shit. Dude cheat on you, just take them back. I mean, I understand, because you praising the penis.
So what do I
that
say
penis
here?
Is powerful.
What does this say? Inspect every inch.
So just look at. So, okay. I feel like that's right? You need to inspect the penis, right? But wouldn't you be offended if a dude say, hey, you know what? Turn on the light. Let me look at your shit.
We do talk about that.
Now, you ain't got to look at my stuff. Especially like.
But why would you want to look at his if he can't look at yours?
That's what I'm saying. It's double standards, and that's what I always talk about. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay for me to ask to see your penis, and I don't think a man would probably have a problem with that. Yeah, go on and look at it. It's right here. But if you got to come in and open this shit up and look at it, especially if you got them walls like what you showed in the picture where it's hanging all out and shit, I don't want you just looking at my stuff.
Oh, okay.
And when you down there doing the oral, it need to be dark.
Why?
Because you don't need to be looking all at my stuff.
But
I'm sure I'm not the only one that feel this way.
Okay, but some men...
Especially like if you're not my husband, we just having sex for Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh. and that's your thing is...
You don't need to be looking at my stuff.
Okay. You do have double standards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not denying that.
Okay.
I can look at yours, but you ask me to look at mine, I'm going to be offended. I'm going to get up and get my money and go
But
home.
you are making my point. There are so many intimate details about relationships and sex that you need to read the book. Because, yes, I think he should be able, like some men...
Is he writing a thesis or some shit?
You're giving some good information. And so some men want to look at you and look at it and look at you, and it's like a snake dance, Heavenly. He's looking at it. Now, if you're feeling uncomfortable, that's on you. But he might be
so
looking.
when he's looking at me, the snake start rising.
Yeah, and he's looking in your eyes, and he's looking at your queen, and he's looking at your eyes, and he's touching and stroking and feeling and okay. And so that's my point. There are so many intimate details about your vagina, your QueenV, that people miss out on. And this will help you articulate how you feel about sex. You know
what? I'm glad that you talked about this, because honestly, I thought this book was just about, you know what I mean? Just your QueenV and your vagina, but I see it's so much more.
Absolutely.
It's telling me so many things about sex, love, and romance as well.
Absolutely.
So you're basically writing a relationship book.
There you go.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and we get to the end, just to kind of close it out for women who may not know about it. We talk about things like endometriosis, painful periods, fibroids, just to give everybody.
Get into the medical stuff as well.
Absolutely. And then we talk about, Heavenly, you're going to be good for this. When a patient comes in to see you and you ask, and you may not ask this, but we do, when was your last period? And she goes, I don't know. Well, when did you start feeling
When was your last period, Jay?
Today with you. She's crazy. Okay.
You don't get that, Oliver. He young.
But that's
He
okay.
just a little baby.
That's all right. She just had a birthday. It won't be much longer.
I ain't got to worry about you this long either, right?
But there are things you want to be able to articulate to your doctor, so I gave you some tips on how to communicate with your doctor. We're going to ask you certain questions. You need to know your history. You need to know when you had your last period. You need to know how many partners you've had, Heavenly, and when was the last time you had unprotected sex with a partner.
Those are easy answers for me.
It is now, but it may not have been back in the day before you were married. And so I'm just...
It's always been easy for me, but go ahead.
Okay, it's because you've been with one man. We all know.
Thank y'all so much for actually tuning in. Make sure you pick up this book, QueenV. It's actually an Andy Cohen book, so we'll be promoting this probably a whole lot.
It's a Holt publishing.
Right, but
with
it's
an Andy Cohen imprint.
Andy Cohen imprint, okay? Where can we find this book, Jackie?
You can go to Amazon.com and you just type in QueenV and Dr. Jackie Walters. And
so we got a link from your page on social media?
Yes, you can go to my page and get it.
What's your page?
The Real Dr. Jackie on Instagram.
The Real Dr. Jackie. Go to her page, pick up this book. It's going to enlighten you. It's going to teach you a whole lot of things you did not know. And give us your questions and comments, because we're going to talk about this book a lot more, and we want your questions and comments, and we'll be answering it here on Open and Honest, okay? Y'all have a great night.